Hey guys, so I'm cleaning my carpet and there's people doing construction outside. I don't know how this video is going to turn out, but I was called to talk about the rise of our own divine feminine and how that's showing up and how we're supporting it. So Venus is coming out of a retrograde, and you know we're all being called to ask ourselves, how are we supporting the feminine in our own lives? And how are we using the healed masculine version and energy in our life and our elements? So, your fire and your air. How is your communication, and how is your initiation, your drive, your joy, your ambition, your anger, your frustration, your creation, um, your socialization, your communication, as I said, in terms of uh, all of the ways that you're showing up for yourself, and how are you asserting yourself and setting your own boundaries to keep that feminine safe, but also allow the feminine to show up and go inward and nurture. The feminine needs to feel supported to show up as a nurturer. Think about it. Without an integrated, supportive root system, there's, you know, no attachment. The roots have nothing to attach to support it in its growth upward. So think about that in terms of earth element. How are you watering so that those roots, those tender new roots, can um, gently navigate in the darkness internally, for new growth to shoot its energy into a new direction towards the light. Um, so, how can we, as community, male, right, energy, community, um, support the feminine in yourself first? Always nurture the cup, fill the cup full of water. Support the feminine. The water is the emotion. We just came out of a full moon in Libra. And like I said, we're coming out of the retrograde. So Venus themes, and because Venus also rules Libra. So guys, I hope this helps. If this just kind of stirred something up and makes you feel like you need to go a little bit more inward, or you're not exactly sure how you're navigating, or where are your elements and what's the transits. I'm not I'm a student of astrology perpetually, of course, because it's a rabbit hole, but also versed in a lot of the terminology, and I can digest it or dissect it, or it's also very intuitive, based on what you know of the energies and how they can show up, and also how shadow and subconsciously they can, um, reach out, and I can take a look at it. So the last weekend, they had a market. I don't know if you follow my stuff, but uh, if you don't, I'm Ascension Holistic Wellness on Facebook. And I post a lot of the stuff that's happening there. Eden and I haven't posted a podcast for a while, but we're going to be doing this Saturday, the 19th, the day before Easter. We're going to be doing a plant exchange for Earth Day. And it'll be our second annual that we did. We did one last year, and I still have beautiful plant and life in my home. That has been supported by our small community last year, and that community actually has grown. Exactly the people who showed up at that plant exchange. There's no purchase requirement or anything like that. It's just to build community and connection, which it actually totally did last year for me in my personal experience. So, if you set an intention and with joy, communication, feed all the energies, there's a real potential for energy to grow. Things are moving into fire and all air and fire, very, very fast energy, especially for us earth and water signs that are grounded and move a little bit slower in ways. So extra grace for us and breathe into it. Keep all your practices. Reach out if you need assistance. I do try to help people in those ways. So like holistic life coaching, um, remote energy work. So just let me know how I can be of assistance and take good care and namaste.